Oh. Hello, we live, Amy.
Oh, we live?
We didn't even get the countdown.
Oh, Lordy, I'm still pulling on my hair over here.
Oh well, we here now. Let me cut the volume.
Right.
There we go. Hey, long time no see.
Yes, and everybody who's watching, share the video with at least 10 people. Share, let everybody know that we're on so we can have a conversation.
Yes, we need to have a conversation, and we got to get into some good conversations that we all been having at the dinner table.
I know we've been having them offline. We've been having them on the cell phone, having cell phone conversations.
Yep.
Telephone conversations, email conversations about what's going on.
Yes, we got to get into it. James, how are you? Hello. Thanks for joining. And like my sister said, share if you care. I am Robinette Reed, and you are
Amina LeGrand.
All right. And our full disclaimer is we are not representing any church. We're not representing any job. We're not representing any entity. We are speaking for ourselves. I'm speaking for Robinette Reed, and you are speaking for
Amina.
These are our own thoughts and our own opinions on what's going on in these streets.
On these internet streets.
Yes. We got to dig into some things. Well, Amy, you ready for the song?
Yes, I'm ready for the song. Y'all ready for the song?
Are y'all ready for the song?
I've heard us in a few weeks or seen us in a few weeks. So,
are you ready for the song? Hey, I like your ambiance.
Thank you.
Conversations with me and my sister. Candid Conversations, won't you join in with us? Candid Conversations with me and my sister. Candid Conversations, won't you join with us? Yeah, we are here. Amy, you know there's a top story that we got to get into.
Oh, go ahead. And you know what? I didn't even get my fresh cup of tea.
Oh, you better sip on a little water then.
Oh, well.
But Amy, the one that's hot off the press with this police officer that killed this man, this 20-year-old, thinking she was tasing him. But Amy, I found a clip that I want to play for the people. And it is from Pat Robertson, Amy, from the 700 Club. Hey, Amy, you know, if he has something to say about this is going deep. Because you know he ain't always on the side of right. Oh my goodness. So let's look at this clip.
Okay.
And let's analyze it, Amy. Let's analyze it.
Hopefully it's not going to be low on your end. We should have tested that out.
Okay. Let's see.
Also, I'm going to say, you know, I think a lot of people are thinking like I was.
Can you hear it?
You can hear it.
The gun and the taser would be put on your dominant side, but it's not that way.
Yeah, but they have to cross where they have them on different.
So you actually have to reach across yourself to get
feel the difference.
Yeah, it's definitely
there's just no comparison.
Amy, look, they're talking about the feel.
They're not making tasers in this yellow color anymore. They're making in black. They're making them yellow. Now, how she made the difference was she shot that poor guy to death, saying, "This is what I thought. This is what I thought was my taser." And if you can't tell the difference in the feel of those things, it's crazy. The pro-police, folks, I think we need the police. We need their service, and they do a good job. But if they don't stop,
it's buffering.
This onslaught, they cannot do this. You know, the police in Virginia picked up a lieutenant in the Army and began to give him trouble. And our state police are highly trained. But why they don't stop this? And this thing is going on in Minnesota, but the Derek Chauvin, I mean, they ought to put him under the jail.
Under the jail.
So much trouble by kneeling on the death of George Floyd. It's just, I mean, on his neck. It's just terrible what's happening. And the police, why don't they open their eyes to what the public relations are? They've got.
It's buffering.
To stop this stuff.
Maybe they need more training.
Did you hear that, Amy?
Yes, I heard it. And I heard the last little bit of what the lady was about to say when she said, do they need more training? Or maybe they need more training. I actually agree with that because he said highly trained. Are you really highly trained if you're shooting someone and there's no threat?
Amy, this conversation has been had and had again because it keeps happening. It seems like they don't get it in their mind. It is not sinking in. They still got that I'm an authority and I have immunity kind of attitude. And so all these years they've been shooting folks and getting off on it. But because now we have these cameras and we have these videos that we're videoing them now and we have proof to dispute what they say, now everybody's like, oh, this is getting out of control. It's been out of control. It's just now we have the evidence to prove of what we're saying all these years has been true.
Well, they've also had cameras for years, and we've seen people get gunned down with our own two eyes on social media, and charges still hasn't been filed. So even though we have proof and we show what took place, it doesn't mean that anything is going to happen. Now, in this case, I'm glad that they are, quote unquote, doing something. The reason why I'm saying, quote unquote, because the jury's still out. The trial hasn't happened yet. We don't know what's about to take place. We don't know if they're going to say this person will be let off. We're hoping that is not the case. But I definitely would like to see this trial.
You want to see this trial with this police officer who confused?
Yes, I want to see this trial that we're talking about because they said they're charging her with second-degree murder, I believe. I thought you saw.
No, they're charging her with manslaughter.
So they changed it because originally when it came out, it said second degree. So they must have changed
it. Maybe that was said, but it's manslaughter.
Oh, okay. So it's even a lesser charge.
Yes, it's a lesser charge.
I saw in the video where they showed the yellow taser and then they showed the actual gun. And I think it was I don't remember what his title was, but he was saying that the gun has a yellow stripe on it. It's not that it's so blatantly yellow where you can see, that you're shooting a yellow gun versus a black gun. It's like a stripe on it. But I thought it was.
But you just saw the taser when what's his name pulled it out.
I know, but they had a guy who was describing it, and I believe it was on Don Lemon's episode. There's like a 10-minute, 29-second video on YouTube, CNN YouTube video with Don Lemons, and there's this expert or lawyer. I don't know. See, that's why I didn't even want to bring it up because I couldn't even get the person.
Yeah. But all the people who have been pulling out the tasers, they're all fully yellow. They're all fully yellow.
Okay, because this guy was saying there was a stripe or something on it. So, but I think that's neither here or there. I don't understand why she was yelling. This is for anybody who watched the video. If you watched the video, she was yelling out, "Taser, taser, taser." And then, she shot him. What are you yelling out taser for anyways? You done been in the police force for 26 years. What are you yelling out taser for? Number one. Number two, 2 or 3 other people were already tasing him. Why did you have to throw your 2 cent or 3 cent in?
Girl, it was more than 2 or 3 cents.
However many, it was a lot already happening. Why do you have to add to the situation?
I'm not sure. I don't know where her head was at. I don't know if she wasn't using her head for more than a hat rack or what. Because that mistake, she gonna pay for. She gonna have to pay for that mistake. And even Pat Robertson, who is never given a good opinion, in my opinion, even has to say, you know what, this is too far. He didn't even have to say, y'all have gone too far with this shenanigans. And then he said that Derek Chauvin need to be underneath the jailhouse.
Now, is Derek Chauvin the chief?
Is his name Derek?
I don't know.
He's the one who is on trial for putting his knee on killing George.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, that trial is going on right now.
Yes.
That trial has been so interesting.
Well, and it's interesting that we would even be having this conversation again in the middle of a trial where a police officer killed another black man. So it's just like, why? Why does this keep happening? Why do we keep doing the same thing over and over and over? Not we, but people.
Yeah. Bay Sims said she wasn't using her head. Officers know their duty belt. And his name is Derek Chauvin. You know what, Amy? Because remember, I used to live with Sharon and Gary when they were back in the day when I was a student. And Gary was always, he's a police officer. He was always cleaning that weapon. I mean, it was like a routine that they know their weapon. So I don't know how in the world. I agree with you. Who's Bay, Amy? Who's Bay? Is that Crystal?
Oh, it might be.
Yes, she said it's me. They're always cleaning that weapon. They know that weapon inside and outside. That's why I believe you that she wasn't using her head for more than a hat rack.
Do you think it was the first time that she's probably did that in the 26 years or however many years she's been on the force?
Well, it'll all come out in the wash. If it don't come out in the wash, it's going to come out in the rinse. Hey, she might plead so she don't have to go to trial. No telling. You never know. You never know.
I thought it was very interesting because I've heard 3 different stories for why he was pulled over. The first story was CNN on that 10-minute video that I was telling you about in the beginning. They started off by saying that he was pulled over for expired registration.
Okay.
Good Morning America, the black lady who had cancer and survived. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The black lady who had cancer and survived?
Yeah, I got to get these names together. But she's on Good Morning America.
Oh, Robin?
Yes, her.
Robin Roberts, I think.
So she was interviewing the mom and the dad, and the mom said she was on the phone with him while all this was taking place. She said he called her on the phone and said that he was pulled over, and she said, "Why did they pull you over?" He said, they told him because he had air fresheners hanging from his rear view mirror. So she said, well, take the air fresheners down. So then he was like, yeah, I know. Well, next thing you know, she said she heard some scuffling and, all kinds of stuff. And she really couldn't hear anything. Then the phone hung up. Then she called back a few different times. Nobody answered. Well, then she finally, someone finally answered, and it was the girl who was sitting in the passenger seat. And she said that Dante, I think that's his name, Dante had been shot and it doesn't look good or something. Well, then later on in the same 10-minute interview, they had the aunt on the phone, and the aunt said she was yelling and talking. Well, she wasn't yelling. She was clearly speaking. She was clear. We understood her position and how she did not like the situation that took place. But then she said, she said, all this happened because of some weed. All this happened because of weed. Politicians smoke weed. And I was thinking, how did this go from
air fresheners,
expired registration, air freshener hanging from the window, and then she brought that up in there. I'm like, I don't know why the man would stop.
Well, they couldn't have stopped him for weed because they wouldn't have known he had any weed in there till they.
That's why, Robin, I don't know. I wasn't there. So I don't know what could have, should have, would have happened because I wasn't there. All I know is I've heard a few different stories.
Amy, we need to go back to these police officers going to have to revamp their whole program They're gonna have to go back to Ronald, what's Nancy Reagan's dare to keep kids off drugs.
People use air fresheners to mask the smell of marijuana. Well, yeah, that could be. That could be.
Officer friendly. Officer friendly. Do you remember Officer Friendly, Amy? They used to come to the school, and the police would be there. You don't remember?
Dare. Yeah, kids off drugs. But see, we don't know if we don't even know if that's if that happened, unless he had a charge previously related to that, and then it's like, you know, they run your information and be like, oh, you have a suspended license. And you know, I know how that worked because I didn't been pulled over and they said, oh, you got a suspended license. I was like, huh? Suspended license for what? Oh, you didn't pay that stoplight, that ticket. I'm thinking, out of all the things y'all could have been getting people for, there's murders happening, there's rape charges happening. Y'all worried about a stop, running a red light, a red stop sign? Like, woman, this is easy. That's low hanging fruit. Getting people for traffic tickets is low hanging fruit. Amy, did you? I told y'all too much about me. I didn't told y'all too much.
Amy, did you? When they told you that, did you tell the officer that?
I told the officer, I was like, look, I ain't never been in this situation before, and these handcuffs hurt. And they was like, I can tell. I was like, I don't know nothing about this, but it was just a red stop, a red light. Why you got to take me in for that? And it was like, well, you didn't pay the ticket, so you know. I was like, ugh. Then I was calling the kids. They wasn't answering the phone because they was like, we don't know nobody in jail.
Oh my God.
I know you ain't answering the phone. When they finally answered the phone, I was yelling. I was like, y'all better pick up this phone. You told us not to answer the phone. Lord. Anyway,
oh, Lord. That is crazy. Let's see what Mom's saying, Amy. There is a spirit released in the atmosphere that has to be casted out in Jesus' name. It is going to get worse before it gets better. There sure is a spirit that's not of God.
Yes.
It got these people feeling entitled, Amy. It got them feeling like their chest is bucked out.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Invincible.
It's definitely ego in there, ego and invincibility. We got the department on our side, and you know, they got the right lawyers and everything. Obviously, that's the way we think because we've seen people get off time and time again. So it is like a mentality.
Yeah.
That's out there.
Yeah. They put on their uniform. I said that there, Amy. Hey. They put on that uniform and they transform into something else. Some of them. Some of them.
Some.
Like Clark Kent.
What did Mom say?
Oh, Lord. Let's see. The police are now the judge and the jury with hostile response to people of color, no matter what the charges. They better back off of it. They better back off of it. That's why this Chauvin trial, Amy, is so crucial. Because you remember when they beat up, what's his name? Rodney. What was his first name?
Rodney King.
Rodney King. When they beat down Rodney King on camera, and what happened? They let the guys off, didn't they? And everybody looted and tore up their own city.
Well, they were already looting before that verdict. They were already looting after it happened. And that's what they did in this case, too, with Devontae Wright or Dante Wright.
Yeah.
They started looting.
That's why they already putting up wired fence where the jury and everything is, where the trial is being held right now. They already securing the location in preparation for the ruling and the verdict. Amy. They showed that on Thursday, I believe. They showed it on Thursday how they already putting up things to protect the people, just in case something gets turned up. I'm like, oh God. I've been glued to the trial. I've learned so much watching the trial, Amy. I almost want to be an attorney.
Well, go right ahead. Go be an attorney. It's not too late.
Bae. I think Bae's an attorney.
Bae is an attorney.
Attorney at law. But they so masterfully have pulled apart the defense so delicately. You almost, if you blink, you don't even know what's going on. He just pulling the legs up from under them so delicately, Amy, in the way he's asking his questions, in the way he's redressing and having them trip over what they said already. I said, this man is a genius.
Well, you know what? I need to listen to him then, because I like listening to people like that.
Yeah.
They're wordsmith. They know how to put those words together in a certain way.
I can't remember his name, but they have an African American one. They got a white one. But girl, it's been very interesting. Let's see what's going on. Mom said there are sometimes alligators in the crowd with hidden agendas.
Agitator.
Oh, I said alligator. Agitators in the crowd with hidden agendas. That's true.
Yes, there is.
That is so true. Minnesota has some history. Is that right, Minnesota?
That's Minnesota.
Amy, you read it. Don't read it.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Philando
Castile incident, which I remember seeing that distinctively. So when I see that name, I remember that in my head, what I saw. So that's why I specifically don't watch a lot of videos, because I remember seeing that. Incident happened. The incident with the Somalian officer shooting the Australian woman was here, and other incidents.
What happened with the Fidel Castro or Philando Castro?
Oh, that was a few years ago. It was a traffic stop, and he got shot basically for no reason. And he was sitting in his car, and I believe he had his seatbelt on, and they just shot him several times. And the girlfriend, baby mama, whatever she was in the passenger seat videotaping it. So she was the spokesperson after.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that now.
He had those dreadlocks, or
yeah.
Say some people don't like that word, dreadlocks. So.
Yeah, Amy, that's why we got to do everything that we don't have no reason for anybody to stop us. You hear me, everybody watching? We got to dot every I, cross every T. Amy, there shouldn't be no reason for them to have reason to stop you while you drive and while black.
And how would you?
Let me hide.
Dot every I and cross every T. What does that look like? You're going to slide down in your chair.
That means obey every traffic law. You better use your signal when you're turning. You better be driving the speed limit. And I'm talking to myself because I know my foot be a little heavy. You better be, don't have no air fresheners on no windows. Just take them off.
I'm gonna have my air fresheners. I'm gonna have all my air fresheners. That is not against the law. Or nothing.
Girl, they saying that's against the law. And some of these, they saying
not here.
They saying if you had an air freshener hooked to your mirror, they saying that is against the law in some places. So I say take it on down. Don't have no cause for any reason. And guess what? What? And they said, what was I gonna say? My son distracted me. Oh, if your registration is expired, don't drive that car.
Let me tell you about registration expired.
Don't drive it.
Huh?
I'm getting mad. Don't drive the car if you don't have registration. You better call an Uber. You better call Lyft. You better call your sister and say, I need a ride. Don't do it.
Call somebody, because you don't know.
You better call Tyrone. You better call Tyrone. Call
And MPD down here has been, oh my goodness, delayed with the registration. You can pay for registration and it will not show up in the mail. And then when you call the automated system to check the status, the automated system lets you know you might as well hang up. Don't call here asking about registration. We backed up. Now, these are my own words. This is not their words. We're backed up, and don't even stay on hold to ask a customer service rep about the status of your registration because they don't know either. Be patient and wait for them to show up in the mail.
Well,
it's been like 6 months and they haven't even received them. Expired tags. But it's paid for, so hopefully in the system.
Exactly. As long as you have that, you print out that paid for, you good. But still, if that license plate, still they have reason to stop you. Still,
yes,
they still have reason to stop you. But that's why you always. I used to let mine expire and then wait to the end of the. You know how it expires on the 15th, and then but you think you got to the 30th still. You know how that happens, Amy, because it'll say the month. Okay, let me break it down. So if it says September of 2001, okay, you think you got till the 30th, right? Of September.
Yes.
But actually, it expires on the 15th.
Yes.
So if they pull you over and you like, it's still September, they're like, oh, no, because they pulled me over for that years ago. You got to the 15th to get that thing paid. And so I said, okay, so you better get that thing done early because they start sending you emails a couple of months before it expires anyways. So you can get ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? You can get ahead of that.
I know I've been pulled over a couple times, not that many times, but I was always extra nice and I was just so conversational.
Oh, Amy, what?
Extra nice. And I got off a few times. They were like, okay, man, we just gonna give you a warning. Don't do this again. I was like, okay. But then I did get pulled over for some foolishness. I had my black purse. You know how years ago was this thing to carry around one of those little backpacks, and it's like a little backpack.
Yeah.
Well, I had Jordan's car seat in the front, and then I had my purse in the seat. So I was driving on the freeway, and I was like, why did they turn on their lights behind me? And I just kept on driving. And then finally they was just like, yeah. And so I pulled over and I was like, what are you pulling me over for? And they looked and they said, oh, ma'am, we thought you had a baby sitting in that seat and they weren't strapped in. I'm like, this is a black purse and it's small. They let me go, but still, you know, that's
any call, any reason to stop you, they'll take it. Amy, remember I was driving at wee hours of the morning, coming home from one of them night vigils back in the day, 2 and 3 and 3 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. That police officer was riding alongside of me, Amy. We were going the same. I refused to go. I was going the same speed limit as him. I didn't want to pull out in front of him. But in a split of a second, the nose of my car went a little bit ahead of his, and the man got mad, pulled me over, and I said, "Oh, okay." I didn't know it was going to be that big of a deal. He was angry. And I was like, he was like, give me your registration. And I'm like, okay. And he was like, you're speeding. What are you doing in this neighborhood? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I live right there. And he was like, give me your driver's license. He didn't ask for registration. Give me your driver's license. And he was so angry. I decided to say, I said, officer, I am so sorry. I did not know that I was speeding. And when I addressed him as officer and gave him his respect, all of his anger, it just drained out of him. The anger just drained out of him. And he said, oh, okay. Just slow it down. And he gave me my license back and didn't even give me a warning, nothing. He was so furious that the nose of my car went a little bit faster than his. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. Like, what are you doing over here at this hour? That's what his attitude was. I was like, I'm coming from church. That's what I told him. I'm coming from church. But Amy, you see, that's why I say when they're in these outfits, when they put on these outfits, when they put on their gun, they have transform into this invincible, you respect me because I'm the man. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's why we have to say, you know what? All these videos we watching, Amy, and we're going to use this as a teachable moment, Amy. All these videos that we're watching and these black folks are questioning, and I have my First Amendment right. They're going to blow your head off. You need to take all that venom and say, officer, yes, sir. Okay, give them what they want so you can get home alive. All of this back and forth, and you see them, you watch the videos, Amy.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
I don't have to do this. That's my right. And all that nonsense needs to go. They didn't kill too many of us.
Well, and they know they have the right to speak up. They have a right to speak. And yes, it does get them agitated. So it's almost like psychology. You got to use psychology when you're dealing with these people.
Yes.
Normally you will want to say whatever it is you want to say in your life. But in this particular situation, don't do that to these people. You don't know these people. You can do that at home. You can do that with people you know. But in this situation, you can't do that to these people. You don't know these people. These people will blow your head off.
And then cry, I thought it was my taser. I thought it was my taser. Moment of silence.
That. Yeah. I usually try to stay out of the police way. I don't even want to think about like getting pulled over, because sometimes if I think about that too much, it end up happening. So for example, I was DeAndre kept telling me that there's these police officers that are on Cactus over here, and I'm like, they are always here. I'm talking like always here on that street, catching people all the time. And I was just thinking like, oh, Lordy, hopefully I don't get pulled over. And I was worried about it too much to the point where it actually happened. And I wasn't going that far over the speed limit. It was like, I don't know, 25. I think I was going 35, 40, somewhere around there. That's not that far over the speed limit.
Yeah, let's go back. You were going probably 35, 30.
Yeah. And I was just like, and I did go back and forth with him though. I mean, I was professional about it though. And I was just like making my point, and I'm like, well, how was I going that fast when the person, I was literally pleading my case, and he basically told me, talk to the judge.
Talk to the hand.
I don't want to hear no more. Talk to the judge about it.
Oh Lord. Let's see what my son said. I remember when you got pulled over because you didn't move to the next lane, and then you were looking at all the other cars do the exact same, and they didn't pull them over. Yeah, that was on the way to Yuma. I recall. What do y'all think about this current atmosphere that we're living in the United States of America?
And you guys can type that in the chat. This is conversational. You guys can come on with us. Join us live if you want to give your point of view. And if you don't want to turn on your camera, you don't have to turn on your camera. We can just hear your voice and hear your point of view.
Amy, tell everybody what we're talking about if they come in late.
Okay, so for those who's coming in late, we are talking about Dante. I don't know why I'm having a problem saying his name, even though they telling out, say his name. Dante Wright. He was a 20-year-old Black male who was killed in Minnesota for reasons we really don't know. What we haven't talked about was the fact that the chief resigned. The chief got up there and he got emotional. I don't know if you've seen that. Did you see that?
I didn't see it, but you told me about it.
Yeah, he got emotional when one of the reporters asked him, tell us how your heart feels about this. And he just, he started getting all choked up. He said, he is the leader. people view him as the leader and they expect him to be the leader. So he wants to lead. That's all he wants to do. And he wants to be transparent. That's why he came out and made sure that video was shown, because he wants to be transparent and be a good leader. But messed up when he said he felt that it was a situation where the officer pulled out the wrong, just made the mistake and pulled out the wrong gun. She thought it was a taser. So he was making it seem like it was an accident. Everybody got up in the uproar behind that. People started. Now the officer is arrested. The officer who shot him is now arrested and in jail based on manslaughter charges.
Yes. And we also was talking a little bit about the Chauvin case a little bit.
Oh, yes.
George Floyd. And talking about police brutality. Now, I haven't been really keeping up with the George Floyd case because they're airing that during the time that I'm working. So you multitasking, you watching it, but see, when I be multitasking, I be making mistakes. I be typing notes on the claim. I be doing all kind of weird stuff. I be printing the wrong image to the wrong file. I be doing all kinds of stuff, so I have to be focused, girl. But I do better when I have the TV on, doing this and me doing this. I do better. I be doing all kinds of stuff.
You know what's interesting? I used to be like that. I'm serious. I used to be like that. I could listen to an audiobook and just be like, listening to an audiobook too. But now I have to listen to music with no words. Because I'm like, what happened? Is it because I'm almost 44 years old? I have no idea.
Amy's birthday's coming up. Hey!
April 20th, for those who wants to bless.
Hey, bless Amy, what's your Cash App?
Oh, Lordy, I don't even know.
Wait a minute. Let me find that.
Normally I would say no. But see, I'm learning to receive.
If you see on the bottom of this ticker here, the first one, $ Rich in Merit. That's Amy's Cash App for her birthday. She didn't ask for nothing, but if you want to bless her, if you want to send us something, hey, you are free to. $ Rich in Merit.
And then the second one is Robinette. She ain't saying hers on there, but if you want to bless her with a seed, you can too.
Now, this ain't my birthday. I'm talking about your birthday. Cash App. Merit. Give Amina a birthday gift.
You know, on Clubhouse now, Bay Sims, we know who you really are, but you know, on Clubhouse, they started doing there's an option on your profile where it says send money, because people were putting their Cash Apps. And so if someone's up there speaking and they feel like, hey, you added value to me, I appreciate you, they were sending money to Cash Apps. Well, now the app is set up to where send money is already a built-in feature. So if someone's on the stage speaking, you could just send money. So everybody is doing that. I think that's good. So back to what we were talking about. What was
Amy, we still on your birthday.
Oh, see, I'm trying to move on.
Rich in Merit. I'm sending you a birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Rich in Merit.
Yes, I will be 44 on April 20th.
Oh, I should have sent $44, but I sent $50. So you got something to grow on.
Oh,
hey,
yes.
You should get a ding shortly. Anybody want to be like me and bless somebody for their birthday? You know, it's more better to give than to receive.
Yes, Lord.
Yes,
and
it's
Lord.
even better to give It's better to give when people don't ask for it.
Oh, yes, yes, Lord. Hey, Robin, you can sing God Has
Oh, you
Smiled
said
on.
something, Crystal? All right,
Oh,
thank you. Thank
thank
you.
I talk to people all the time. We be on Clubhouse just chatting away.
Thank you for your gifts.
Is a businesswoman, so y'all need to. Okay, I'm using her government name. She want to be called Bay Sims.
Yeah, Bay
So
Sims.
Bay Sims has domains that are for sale. So if you need a domain, a website, reach out to her, and she will be happy to hook you up with a domain.
All right. All right. Hey, if you give, it shall be given unto you.
I want you to sing God Has Smiled on Me.
Huh?
I wanted you to sing God Has Smiled on Me.
You want me to sing God Has Smiled on Me?
Yeah.
God has smiled on me. He has set me free. Oh, God has smiled on me. He's been good to me. Hey! Oh, Lord. What do you want me to sing that for, Amy?
That's for my birthday, because God has smiled on me, even though it has been a roller coaster over here.
Really?
It has been a roller coaster, but it always works out. Everything always works out for us.
Mm-hmm. It always works out for the good of them who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose.
Yes. She said this is an investigation page. Okay. All right.
All right. Off the dome, Amy. I got an off the dome for you. This is a segment of our show when we give one word and we give you 60 seconds to expound on that word. And it's called Off the Dome.
I'll go first.
Okay, because you just going
out the way.
So you can get it's right off the top of your head. You just go for broke and encourage somebody.
Hopefully it's okay. Go ahead. Do I have to pick your word, or were you doing the same word?
No, we gotta do a different word.
Okay, I'll pick a different word for you.
What's my word? You got the clock? You got the timer?
Oh, where's my phone?
I have to get the timer because you're gonna be talking. I got my word ready. All right. Okay, you ready?
I was doing okay.
The word for you, and you got 60 seconds. The word is happy.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
I am so happy that wonderful things are happening to me every single day. I am so happy that everything that I'm asking for, it's magically falling into my lap. I am so happy that everywhere I go, everybody that I encounter loves me and I love them. I am so happy that anytime I speak, everything that I say is received in love. I am so happy that we have everything we need. We don't have nothing to worry about because we know that God is in control of everything in our lives. I am so happy that money flows to me endlessly, abundantly, in effortless, endless ways. I am so happy that I am able to be on this live with you, breathing.
Done. Hey! Money is flowing effortlessly.
Effortless, endlessly, in magical ways.
Oh, in magical ways. Hey, I feel my help coming on. Oh Lord, that's off the dome. Good job, Amy. Good job. Everybody getting happy about that? I mean, do you feel happy after you heard that? Oh my God. You got to send my sister a birthday wish, just a birthday gift, just for that. Just for that. All right.
It's your turn. The word is spring.
Spring?
Spring.
Like the season?
You can use spring in any kind of way. You can use it as spring as the season or spring forth. However you want to use it.
That's a hard word.
Spring as the season. As the season. Growth, new beginnings.
No, I'll use it as the other word. Let's go.
Okay, spring.
I'm springing into my new day. I'm springing into my new season. I use this spring to push me forward into purpose. I use this spring as a launching point, as a trampoline to go to my next level. I'm tired of being in this same place. I'm springing forth. I'm spreading my wings. I'm broadening my horizons. It's my season. Not only am I using it as a bench point, but I'm also springing into my spring. I'm springing into my season. The leaves are changing. I'm springing. Hey, the weather is changing. I'm springing forth. Paul says, I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of God, which is in Christ Jesus. So I'm always moving, progressing. Is my time up?
Yeah, I know it seemed like it goes so long. It's almost there we go. Doesn't it seem like a long time? That's why I was like, else because it seemed like a minute should have been.
I didn't preach the whole message. Off the dome.
Spontaneous, impromptu speaking. Sometimes you will be in a situation where you may be speaking in front of an audience, and at the end, you have to ask questions. We don't know what those questions are. We have to answer them.
Yes,
like we're prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the way to help with those impromptu. You don't know what you're going to be asked. You got to be ready.
That is so true. That is so true, Amy. I love that session. It gets me amped up. It gets me happy. It gets me motivated, don't it?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that session? Off the dome. Here was Bay Sims. She said, excellent. Good job.
All right.
Thank you. My son says, preach it. Deaconess Amina.
He said, Abashata. Talking in tongues.
I guess so. This is Bay. I like that ending exercise. Yes. It makes you think. It makes those neurons get to charging.
Yes, it does.
Yes, I like it. Oh Lord. Oh, now he over there fake speaking in tongues, Amy. Oh goodness. All right, Amy, you want to add anything?
That minute seemed like it lasted a long time. It's like, good. That minute.
No. Oh, Vivian says my first time, and that was very uplifting.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That's what we're here for. We're here to inspire. Rob, I'm here to inspire. Robin's here to motivate. Tell them about your motivate.
You know, I like to motivate people to be their best selves or to move to their next level, or if they need a little push on making their decision to start school, I can just be those jumper cables and say, you can do it. You can do it. Take the leap. Spring forth. I remember I was at a birthday party, and she was like, I can't cut this cake. She was like, this cake ain't cutting right. And I was just sitting there. You can do it. Yes, just cut it. Keep on going. Amy, I was walking her through cutting this cake, and somebody said, you sure are a good motivator. And we was just cutting the cake. And they say, yeah, I mean, She didn't want to cut that cake, but she sure cut it. She kept on doing it. So I'm just going to help you cut that cake so that everybody can enjoy the sweetness. Hey.
Yes, the sweetness.
Hey, of you. The sweetness of you.
The sweetness of you.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody has a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, are you afraid to tell your story? There's a lot of people afraid to tell their story. They're worried about what people are going to think or say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I haven't even broke out with my story yet, but it will be released.
My scripture for this year, and I'm hanging on to this scripture, is 1 Peter 5:7. Casting all your cares upon him, for he careth for you. I decided in 2021, I'm not going to worry about a thing. Put all that fear, all that stress, all that worry to the side, cast it on him and move forward. Don't worry about it. Tell it, say it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's fall where they may. You hear what I say? Because somebody's going to be blessed.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. Somebody will be blessed by your story. Your story will help somebody. So don't be afraid to tell your story.
Tell your story. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Oh, Lord. Man.
Well, it's almost been an hour.
Yes, it has. It has been I think we've been here for an hour just about. Does anybody want to add anything? Any more comments? Anybody want to come on live and join us? The lines are open if you want to come. Look, I'm opening up the doors of the church, Amy.
Right. You open up the doors of the church.
The doors of the church are open, Amy. Is there one? Is there one?
Robin, you see how my hand is going?
I already know. I don't have to see it.
That's the inside joke.
Oh, yeah. Is there one? Let me stop it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Amy, then they'll start singing the song, to get you motivated to come on down. Is there one? Millions didn't make it, but I was.
One of the ones who did.
Oh, Lord. Well, don't look like nobody's going to say anything else. We're so glad that you guys were uplifted on tonight. And like we said, be careful out there in these streets. Don't give them no cause to pull you over. Obey all the traffic laws. I'm talking to myself too, because I be speeding a little bit down the road. But I'm going to try to ease off of that gas pedal. And Amy, you ready for the song? You want to say anything? How can they find you, Amy?
You can reach me on Instagram at iam.super.natural. I also have a podcast called She Said That Out Loud. So it's available on all podcast platforms. She Said That Out Loud. If you want to connect, if you want to be a guest on the show and you have something to talk about, please contact me. I'm just hitting my laptop. Please contact me. We can talk about it. And that is all I have to say.
All right. And then if you want to give my sister a birthday gift, you can find her or send her a Cash App at $Rich in Merit. Rich in Merit. See, people have already started giving. Amy, you got any things over there?
You know what? I gotta re-download. Hold on.
I know she got some dings over there.
Yes, I did. Thank you. Let me see.
I love giving.
How do I? Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love. Thank you, Robinette. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you with all the love.
Yes, and for anyone who wants to give, please $Rich in Merit. Even if it's $5, it'll help. That'll say happy birthday, Amy. She's turning 44. 44. She's getting up there, y'all. 44. I'm only 42. I'm only 40.
And I'm not afraid to say my age. You know, some people get to a certain age and they're like, I don't want to tell you. I'll tell you how old I am. It don't make no difference to me.
Yeah, it's a blessing to get older. All right.
Especially when you're still looking good.
And you still look good. Got all your teeth in your head.
Oh,
oh Lord, let me stop it. All right, thank you guys. Come on. Clap your hands. Come on. Clap your hands. Look like there's a delay. Is there a delay?
Not on my side. I don't see no delay.
Okay. Candid Conversations with me and my sister. Candid Conversation. Let me turn off this banner. And I think the delay will go away. Candid Conversations with me and my sister. Candid Conversations, won't you join in with us? Candid Conversations with me and my sister. Candid Conversations, won't you join with us? Hey, yeah. See you guys next time.
Bye.